Hello, everyone. So, we're going to continue talking about different careers from A to Z. So, our presentation today will focus on gaming and professional gamers. So, professional gamers, they started out playing video games casually, like most of you all. But there's a difference between casual gaming and professional gaming. So, once you start making money and earning money from gaming, you're considered to be professional. So, a lot of professional gamers play games daily as a form of practice. They post content that reflects their personality. Yet, the gaming industry is not really diverse. So, as we usually do, we have some pre discussion questions for you all to answer. The first two are multiple choice, and the third one is short answer. So, I want you all to just take a look at these questions and just start thinking about your answers, okay? So, now we will watch a video about how to become a professional gamer.
Presented by Army.
Esports has been growing so fast, it's become a multi-billion-dollar industry in just a matter of years. And it's more than just playing video games too. It's exploded into a lifestyle that includes clothing, streaming, and content creation, all a perfect blend of my best attributes. So let's see if I have what it takes to make it in this industry. Yes, sir, Ski. Give me that. Oh, yes, sir, Ski. Raymond. Oh, yeah, it's lit.
Oh my gosh.
The FaZe Clan is arguably the most popular professional esports and content organization in the world. They're known as the cool gamers, immersed in hip-hop culture and wearing designer clothes, and that's why everyone wants to be down. FaZe up! Yeah! One of the earliest members, who's now an owner, is FaZe Apex.
It's kind of coincidental that you guys have a contest going on right now called the FaZe 5. Why don't you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, so Phase 5 is basically our spin at an open recruitment challenge. It's always been, since the beginning, very hard to get into FaZe. It's basically been impossible. And then we're asking everybody that wants to enter to make one final video entry. And it ends up with a surprise 5 recruits. We upload a video live. They find out at the same time as everybody else. It was really, really cool.
You know, when you think back to a time when, you guys just playing games as a hobby, and then when you see it now, what do you make of all of it?
I used to not want to tell anybody that I made YouTube videos. It was like an embarrassing thing. Fast forward, every single kid wants to be a YouTuber. We recently announced Ben Simmons. Lil Yachty also randomly one day tweeted at us saying, I want to join FaZe. There's a bunch of, Offset obviously is a massive one too. Bronny too, LeBron James Jr. I don't know, it's really cool. Every day it's just kind of like, this person wants to be a part of it, that person wants to. Everybody wants to talk about it and thinks it's such a cool thing, but it started off the complete opposite. We're so blessed and lucky to be here. And the first house we started on was in New York. It was a little modest house, and then everyone started kind of getting bigger. We started growing together. Today we got that house is like a dream house for anybody, it's so amazing. We got a room for you if you want to spend a couple of nights. Definitely come through.
Showing me around the FaZe house is the team's newest signee and one of the best Call of Duty players I've ever seen, FaZe Swag.
Talk to me about growing up. Were you always much of a gamer?
I was like that casual gamer, hop on GTA, do the codes online.
Right, the cheat codes.
Yeah, the cheat codes. But other than that, up until my friend introduced me to Call of Duty, they were all better than me. They were just trashing me, and I was like, oh, what? And they would clown me at school for it. So I was like, I would wake up 2 hours before school just to get better at the game.
Wow. How did you begin to pick up steam and get known?
Met a couple friends who were posting videos. My friend told me, he's like, I made a band off game. I said,
$1,000 off gaming?
I said, what? You're lying. I said, show me. He showed me. I was like, pfft. And it was just, I wasn't making anything at first. I mean, my first YouTube check was like $2.
$2.
And I went to McDonald's.
And you actually used it?
Went to McDonald's and got a sandwich, bro.
Oh, step back.
Let me see that.
Money.
Or nothing. Hold on, let me get one more. Let me get one more. And you shoot one too. let me shoot one more though. It's been a while, you know what I mean? It's quarantine. Oh! How did Swag become a part of the FaZe Clan?
A FaZe, so a new game had came out called Warzone. I hopped on that right away, boom, started posting, started streaming, and it just started going crazy, right? Just going crazy, and all of a sudden, I get a DM from FaZe Apex He's like, to be honest, bro, I watch all your videos to get like the class. He wants, cause he watches my videos to get better at the game.
Wow.
So he was like a fan at first, like he was just a fan of the videos, and he was like, man, I really love to have you on FaZe. And I was like, bro, what? I double checked. I said,
am I bugging right now?
Yeah, I was like, hey, bro, verified check. I sent it to the homies and everything. I'm like, hey, there's no way this is happening.
If you were just so good at the game, that might not have been enough to get you discovered.
100%.
Because then Apex may have never seen your videos.
I'm sure there's a kid probably somewhere in a different country who's the coldest Call of Duty player in the world, you know what I mean? But you have to post that content, kind of make it you in a sense, to really get noticed.
Word. One downside of the gaming community, I would say, is that although it's like super tight-knit, it's not that diverse. What do you think of that? And maybe why do you think that is?
I think just, you know, culturally over the last like decade or so, people always said the only way to like really make it is to be an athlete or to be a rapper. And I think another way to do that is to be a gamer. I mean, we all love playing video games, no matter what color, you know what I mean? But now, over the last 5 years, the way, you know, esports has just taken flight, I think that's another avenue people can take.
Can I ask you for just give me one tip to like Warzone specific? Just give me something so I got a little piece of advice from a pro gamer.
Okay, I think the biggest advice I can give anybody for Warzone is to land Superstore. That's the only advice. That's the
land
only advice.
Superstore.
So as many of you know, we have our Battle of the Sites NBA 2K21 tournament this week. We will be posting live content through our YouTube channel, and we would like for each of you to subscribe and be engaged. We are using this tournament to introduce you all to the gaming industry. So I have a link to our YouTube channel posted on the screen for you all to write down. So these are the discussion questions that we saw before we watched the video. So I just have them up here posted for you all to look over again, and then you all can just answer them, all right? So these are the answers to the two multiple choice discussion questions. And for the short answer question that I had on the last slide, I just want you all to discuss that with each other, okay? So this is the end of the presentation for this week. I hope you all enjoyed it and learned something, and I'll see you all next week. Have a wonderful week.